Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Christine Cochiola. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know any comments, any input that you might have. I'm happy to support you in this process of parenting a child who's been coercively controlled, aka narcissistic abuse. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about this gift of perspective, giving our children clarity. Again, going back to that trauma bond conversation, it's just so important to understand that our children, just like we were, are very bonded to this abuser. There's been experiences that have been really good. And in some ways, they believe that this parent is a good parent. They don't see clearly, just like you didn't see clearly. They don't want to believe. No child ever wants to believe that they may have a harmful parent. And so what do we need to do to give them clarity? This is really about us showing up differently. So ask yourself, how does my child perceive me? Does my child perceive me as goody two shoes? Does my child perceive me as always crying, always sad, always upset? Does my child maybe think that I'm crazy, that I get overly angry or I scream and I yell all the time, even if you don't? Is that what your child thinks? Because remember, they've been getting a false narrative from that other person for a long time. A long time. That's the thing. We don't even know what's going on when it's going on, and we don't want to believe that someone could be so harmful, someone we love, someone we trust, the father or mother of our children. So we don't want to believe it. So we're in denial. We have cognitive dissonance, and we are trauma bonded to that person. Children are experiencing the identical same thing. The identical same thing. So what do we need to do? We need to work diligently on giving them clarity. So I'm going to go back to that example. Do you cry a lot? A lot of victims and survivors do. We're trauma victims. We've experienced significant trauma, betrayal. It's just the list. There's so much grief in all of this, right? And if your children are being adversarial to you or not engaging with you hardly at all, or perhaps they're crying a lot, they're upset a lot, we are dealing with all of that. It is a full-time job. It is. And we have to be trauma informed, and believe it or not, the other layer, coercive control informed, in order to protect them as best as possible. So if you cry a lot, I'm asking you, think about it. Is there a way to prevent yourself from crying as much? I call it turning down the volume. Can you turn down the volume at all on your tears? Can you hold it in and then go into the bathroom and let it out there? Do you maybe elevate? And sometimes you may not even elevate, but our children are so very sensitive to us showing emotion. They've been taught that we're emotional, that we overreact, that we yell. These are the narratives they hear, right? So if they keep hearing them, they think any nuance of that is something significant, even if it's not. Okay. So I would say to you, can you turn that down? Can you try really hard to talk in a lower, soft tone? Can you do that? Right? Can you be more calm? Can you talk maybe a little, watch your cadence? Can you talk a little slower? Can you talk a little softer? Can you perhaps ensure that when you're feeling really excited about something, that you've toned it down, that you've toned that down? Because if you can do that, you can show them that you're different than how the coercive controller, aka narcissist, has described you. Are you different? Are you that person? That's the gift of perspective that begins to give them clarity. So that's an example of how you can do that. Let's just say that you're someone, again, who, when they come home, you're just ready and waiting, like, hey, how was your time? Or maybe you're not even that happy about it. Maybe you're a little bit less happy about it. Maybe you're goody two shoes. Maybe you're someone who hardly ever swears. You're a rule follower. Can your child catch you breaking a rule? Not a big rule, but a rule. Can they catch you breaking a rule? Can they maybe see you through a different lens? They only have one set of glasses on, and they're the glasses that the coercive controller created for them. We have to give them a new set of lenses. That's what we have to do. So what can you do differently? How can you appear differently to them? How can you shift a little, turn the volume down a little? I hope that helps. Please let me know in the comments. Bye.